Hey, what's up, guys? Rob the Jeweler here. Today we're going to be working on a ring. It's going to be a pretty simple repair. This is a ring that we used from a customer. Use some of the gold out of it. She wanted me to use that, take some of it out, put in another ring. What she wants to do basically with this one, she just wants to weld it together, kind of make it a toe ring. So that's what we're going to be working on today. So, first things first, we need to go ahead and put our cutting disc on. We're going to put that on first, and we're going to smooth out the sides. We want to make them even, so we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, and then what we're going to do, we're going to use our crimper pliers like this, and what it's got a little notch in there that makes it easy to bend the rings down. And basically what you want to do is you just want to bend it, and you want the ends to meet flush. You just want the ends to be flush. There we go. You always want to get this as flush as you possibly can, because the closer it is, the better. You really don't want gaps if you can avoid it. In certain situations, you can't, but like if you're dealing with stones and you can't, you can only take it down so far without the stones falling out. Okay, so now what we can do, we got it set up on our third hand, or I call it a third hand. We're going to go ahead and put it in our denatured alcohol. And then we're going to set this bitch on fire. As soon as I can find my 5-tip. And I get my my torch started. As soon as we get that started too. Sorry, I gotta readjust the camera a little bit here. Getting a little finicky. Alright. Now, one thing to keep in mind while I'm trying to get my torch started for the first time here, like if you watch my previous videos, you know once I get it started the first time, it'll fire right up the subsequent times. It's just the first time getting it fired up for whatever reason. Still haven't quite figured that one out yet. There we go. I think we got some fire now. What I was gonna say is, I've had a lot of people ask me why I wear this mask. It's a good question. I highly suggest that you do wear a mask, mainly because, and since we took too long, we're gonna put this back in the denatured alcohol, set it on fire again. There we go. Now she'll light up. Alright, that's my favorite part. Setting people's jewelry on fire. And one thing I don't like is I hate working on Jesus charms or crosses, man. I hate setting fire to Jesus charms and crosses. Man, that I'll probably go to hell for that. Anyways, what I was talking about the mask, I suggest you wear a mask because you'll end up like my grandfather. I told him many years you need to wear a mask, you need to wear a mask because you get dust, gold particles, metal flakes go up in your lungs, and he ended up with pulmonary fibrosis. And that's what he passed away from, was pulmonary fibrosis. And it was not a fun way to die either because he got down to about 85 pounds when he passed away. And that was about a year and a half ago. Actually, almost 2 years now. And so that's why you want to wear a mask, because that stuff goes in your lungs, silica from buffing, metal flakes. It's not good. Now we've done cut our piece of solder. We done put our flux on the ring where we're gonna solder it. We're gonna go ahead and grab our solder. And we're gonna heat this bad boy up. Let the flux burn off a little bit. I need a little more fire. It's kind of like Beavis and Butthead, for those of you who ever watched Beavis and Butthead. And he always run around, fire, fire, fire. Need more fire. At least that's what I think about when I need a bigger flame. Fire, fire. Those of you who watch Beavis and Butthead know what I'm talking about. Okay. There we go, our solder's flowed. And we're going to look at the bottom, just make sure it went through. We'll go ahead and turn our torch off. No sense in wasting gas if we ain't got to. And this is a plain band, so this was pretty simple. We didn't have to worry about any stones or anything like that. So we were able to crimp it down, even it up, solder it, be done with it. Just gonna let it cool off, and then we're gonna round it out. Now they didn't specify a specific size for it to be a toe ring. They just said just put it together and they'll find a toe that it'll fit on. So that's what we're gonna do. And remember that no matter what you can advise the customer of different things. You just say, hey, this is the way you should do it, blah 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 blah. But you know, if they want it done a certain way, just do it that way. That's the way I've learned. Because you try to do it your way, even though you know your way is probably the more correct way, they ain't gonna like it. So just do what they want. Now what we're doing, we're using a rubber mallet, and we're just rounding this thing out. We're not trying to make it bigger or smaller. We're just rounding it out, make it evenly round. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab our rock here. Our aggressive rock to file the inside and the outside of the ring down. Like so. Alright. Now we're going to take our file, take our long file, and we're going to smooth the sides down so that they're even. Okay. Now we're going to get our inside ring smoother. And I just call it rock and inside ring smoother because there's different grades, and some, every jeweler's a little different as to what they find they like. So you'll have to find, kind of what grade you like. You might like a more aggressive or more medium or not so aggressive. I use like a medium. That's my preference for smoothing and for smoothing the inside and outside of rings and stuff. And rocks, I also use kind of like a medium aggressive. You can also use sandpaper. Some jewelers use sandpaper, so it's just kind of your preference and what you like. And you can tell it's a rubber wheel. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but you can hear the rubber squeaking. Ooh, it's getting hot. Alright, now we're going to switch to our other rubber wheel here, and we can do the outside and the sides. Okay, now we're going to smooth out the outside and the sides of the ring now. Alright, we're going to try to round this out just a little bit more. Now that we got the inside file down a little more. And again, we're just using a rubber mallet. We're not using the ball peen hammer because we don't want to make it bigger or create any dents. We're just trying to round it out. Okay. Now I'm going to smooth out the sides real quick. Okay. Alright, let me flip this around and show you what we got so far. So you can see we got it welded together. We have it smoothed out, filed down. Can't really tell where we welded it. Got it rounded back out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go polish, clean it up real quick, and then I'll show you what we got afterwards. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back with that ring. As you can see, we got this polished. Oh, and sometimes you drop it. But we got it polished, clean, all soldered together. Can't tell where we fixed it. And that's some dirt from being on the floor there. So we got it clean, we got it polished. If you'd like and subscribe, that'd be fantastic. Also, you can do donations on PayPal. The link will be down in the description. Any donations are great. Not required though, but donations do help me make these videos. But this is Rob the Jeweler, and I'll see you on the next one.